Pickle, let's go to the hotline, and let's go east to Cherokee County to talk with the new head coach of the Jacksonville Indians. We are joined by Coach Jason Holman. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
How are things in beautiful Jacksonville, Texas?
Oh, great. We had a wonderful morning this morning, nice and cool.
Yeah, we cannot take those types of mornings for granted. I appreciate you taking some time to chat with us. I've been meaning to talk with you for a bit. You know, you take this job there at Jacksonville, returning home to your alma mater to take over this Indians program. It's not like you had a bad gig before. You were there at Tatum, and that's a pretty darn good spot. What was it about the opportunity to go home to Jacksonville that really spoke to you?
Well, obviously it's home for me. I still have a bunch of family that lives here in town, so the allure of getting to go back home and coach and be able to lead a team in the Tomato Bowl was certainly exciting for me, and getting back closer to my family here in town was also an exciting proposition for me. So, this is a place I've always wanted to be. Never had an opportunity to coach here in Jacksonville, although I've coached for 26 years. And the opportunity came about, and I just felt like it was the right time to do it.
On the other side, I know it's not easy to leave anywhere, especially a place like Tatum. That was your first head coaching job there. You spent 3 years there. Had 3 pretty darn good years over there. How difficult was it to say goodbye to a place like that where you had some success, and I know the community was an important part of your life as well?
Well, it's always tough. We graduated 29 seniors last year in 3A Division I, so that was a group of kids that had been sophomores when I came in, and obviously I was very close to. We'd seen them grow up and become good football players and had some success along the way, and built some really good relationships with those kiddos. So, yeah, it certainly was tough to do. The group that was returning, that'll be seniors for them next year, they're a great example of kids that have been in a program that they're going to be fine. I mean, they know how to work, and we built the program to the point where it was pretty well self-sustaining. We felt like at that point, so we're able to leave it in good shape, and honestly, in a little better shape than what it was when we got there. So, at the end of the day, that's to me that's the most important thing, and those kids will have a great opportunity for success going forward.
We're talking with Jason Holman, the new head coach of the Jacksonville Indians on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation at #TFToday. Coach, you're taking over a program there at Jacksonville that obviously has great tradition, but the past couple of years have been rough. I'm interested from your perspective, what's step one? This is a program that's 7-33 over the past 4 seasons. What's step one to getting this program back to where, frankly, Jacksonville expects it to be?
Well, I think step one, you've always got to start, in my opinion, with commitment and accountability. And that's what we've done here. I've been here since February, and these kids have put their head down and gone to work and bought into everything we've had to tell them at this point. And we've had a great off season. We've had a lot of gains and in strength and speed and those areas, just developing athletes. And those kids have done it, and in fact have relished it. And I think they're really starting to feel the benefits of the work we've done to this point. Obviously we have a lot of work to do in order to get prepared to play football in the fall, but we've got kids wanting to come to athletics and be a part, and generated some excitement on that end, and that's where you have to start.
When you mentioned you've been there since February, I'm interested. Go back to the first time you addressed your new team as the head coach. What was the message to your guys the first time you introduced yourself?
Well, I think one of the first things I had to say was, they've won 2 games in 2 years, past 2 years. And I just said, let's address the elephant in the room. And these are the facts. And I told them at that point, this will be the last time you ever hear me mention it. And I don't care. So going forward, everything we do is going to be based upon where we want to get to and where we're headed, not looking back at the lack of success in the last couple of years. So I felt like it was important to get that out of the way. And I wanted them to understand that I came because I saw an opportunity, and that I see a lot of positive things in this program and these kids, and that I feel like it can be a situation where we can turn it around and have some success. So That was the primary message coming in addition to some of the things you and I just discussed about commitment and accountability and what we have to do going forward, just setting the stage on what it takes to be a good program and to be a winner.
You're taking over a roster that's hardly, the cupboard's hardly bare. One of the guys that I know is going to get a lot of the attention is Devin McEwen, the wide receiver, the defensive back, kind of the do-it-all athlete there. He's already got 7 offers from across the college football landscape. As the guy who gets to see him in the weight room, as the guy who gets to see him work out, what is it about Devin McEwen that sets him apart?
Well, he's a worker. Devin's very humble. He's a great leader. Commands the respect of his teammates, and does it primarily through the course of his actions. I mean, he's going to lead the charge anytime we're doing anything in the weight room. He's going to lead the charge anytime we're doing anything on the field. A lot of kids just respect that and look up to him as a leader, and that's what he is. And he not only talks the talk but walks the walk as well, which is very important, because obviously what you speak, what you say, and your actions speak volumes. So he's a very positive kid, and it's been a great opportunity for me to get to know him, because he's got a lot of positive attributes to him. Not to mention one heck of a football player.
Yeah, he can play as well. And this is gonna shock some people, but Jacksonville is gonna have a quarterback named McCown. There, he is this is Ryan McCown. He's the son of Randy McCown, the former Aggie great, and the nephew of Josh and Luke McCown. Did you guys just go out to the tree and pick another one? Like, how do these guys keep showing up? And what is it about? Tell me a little bit about Ryan and what sets him apart.
Well, the family, they thought enough of Jacksonville to come back and lay roots. Speaking of Randy and Luke and even Josh in the area, he's down in Rusk now. That's just how much they thought about East Texas football and Jacksonville in particular. So that's why we're fortunate enough to have some McCowns here. Ryan is going to be a good one. He's got a lot of the tools that are necessary to play. He's got great accuracy, can move in the pocket, can deliver the football, and he in turn also commands some respect to the kids. He's got the leadership abilities, and we're looking forward for great things coming from him.
And finally, Coach, you're returning home to take over this program, and this is you do get the opportunity. You mentioned it. You get the opportunity to lead your team into one of the most iconic stadiums in Texas high school football. The Tomato Bowl, recently renovated, just absolutely gorgeous out there. Have you given some thought as to what you think it's going to feel like that first Friday night whenever you're running out there and leading your team as the head coach out there into the Tomato Bowl, where you have such a great history?
I have actually. It's always been a dream of mine. I've had the opportunity to coach in the Tomato Bowl on the opposing side one time in my career when I was at Lufkin. Mm-hmm. Other than that, obviously it wasn't renovated at that point either. This was back in 2015. So, I'm a little prejudiced, but I think it's one of the best venues in East Texas to play a high school football game in, and the district obviously showed a commitment to renovating it and making it what it is. I'm just excited about that, the atmosphere that I feel like we're going to be able to generate in the Tomato Bowl, and it's just going to be a great opportunity to come back home and get to do what I love to do.
He's Jason Holman. He's the new head coach of the Jacksonville Indians. Coach, really appreciate your time. Congratulations again on the new job, and can't wait to see what you do with those Indians.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. There he goes. Jason Holman, the new head coach of the Jacksonville Indians, joining us here, Texas Football Today.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.